So don't hold any conversations you don't want recorded.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to turn it off, if you want to turn it off for now,
You can turn it off.
Okay.
until press and hold.
I'm on, I believe.
Mine's on.
All right.
Turn your
All right, everybody. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Mr. Martin, or a designee, would you please confirm that there are members in attendance to establish a quorum?
We have 4 or 5, so yes.
All right. Thank you so much. If, oh, good, we have the flag here. If you're able, please stand up. Recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. The first item on the docket this evening is the approval of the agenda for the meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with discussion to follow.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? All righty, we have an agenda. All right, next item on our agenda this evening will be the sharing of the Educational Excellence Report. Ms. Davis, do you have anything that you'd like to report regarding educational excellence?
I do. I just, I don't have anything, any kids here or anything like that, but just personally, I want to say that I've been doing weekly classroom visits, and I've set aside time on Tuesday mornings to do that. Because if I just say I'm going to do it, sometimes other things come in front of that and they just don't happen. So this year I've said, Tuesdays I will be in classrooms, and I let the teachers know so they're aware. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm glad I set that time aside, and I'm just really proud of our staff. I'm proud of our kids. And so after I do those, I feel really good. I feel refreshed, and I'm really uplifted. So I'm just proud to be surrounded by everyone who really cares about each other, care about the kids, and care about their education. So that's all I had for that this week.
Do you want to go into the tag information packet and descriptions on that, or
Sure.
is that, yeah?
So the tag policy is different this year. The IDOE had a deadline for that to be due, and then they've delayed it. There's been a lot of talk about it because it's changed so much. This year, they've made it so that only 20% of teachers can get it. So what we've done, we came out with a kind of a rubric for the teachers. Kevin Davis helped me put that together, and it's already been shared with the teachers, so they have plenty of time to look over it and to apply if they want it. So I did go ahead and share that out with them, letting them know it's pending board approval, but I did want them to have plenty of time because the JOT form is due October 3rd. The guidance came out on Friday. So over the weekend, looked over that, read through it, got with Kevin, and made this policy, and then shared it with the teachers on Monday. So there are 3 tiers. Tier 1 is $3,500. Tier 2 is $5,000, and Tier 3 is $7,500. And I'm looking at the wrong thing. There are certain criteria for each one. For example, you have to have, if you're a mentor, if you teach a special area like special ed, you're eligible for Tier 3. Tier 1 is significant student outcome impact, such as test scores, and then Tier 2 is significant student outcome and formal mentoring, coaching, or service in a high need area. And then Tier 3 is all of those things. So with our numbers, we would have 4 people that would be eligible for this with the 20%. So
I have the benefit of my computer telling me what TAG stands for.
Teacher Appreciation Grant.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't have known that.
yeah,
though.
I'm sorry. That has been something that Indiana has done for years, but this year things are different. So
Is there action on the board that we need to do for instance, any sort of motion or assistance from the board that you need?
and the policy is different, so I think the policy needs approval.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll entertain a motion related to the Teacher Appreciation Grant TAG presented by Mrs. Davis.
I would move to approve the policy as presented for the tag grant.
All right.
I'll second.
Second. Any further discussion?
Yeah, just quickly, sorry, I didn't get a chance to read much of this ahead of time, but the selection criteria, is that local or does that get state involvement as well?
It's local, but so the state part is the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3.
Got it.
And then we have a rubric that we shared out with the teachers, and it kind of says, I have this, I have, I have taught in this school for 1 year, a whole list of things. So that makes it more cut and dry.
Yep.
And then they know which level they can go for.
Okay, thank you.
So my goal was to make it as cut and dry and data driven as possible, because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm just picking and choosing, because we have a lot of really good teachers here.
Sure.
So
All right, any further discussion regarding the TAG grant, Teachers Appreciation Grant? TAG grant is redundant. All right, all in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you. On to the consent and approval section of the agenda. Under this section, we will, the first item this evening is to review and approve the minutes from the July. Actually, I got it wrong in the script. August meeting, isn't it? I'll entertain a motion to approve the August meetings with discussion to follow.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty. The next item within the consent and approval section will be for review, discussion, and considerations of items related to the expenditures during the past month. I'll turn the floor over to Mrs. Corbin-Dietrich with the treasurer's report, please.
Sure. For the month of August, we had claims in the amount of $127,777.14, payroll of $137,268.58, for a total of $265,045.72. And you can see kind of how they come in with our rolling average. And our claims were a little bit higher because we had 2 months of insurance. So our July medical insurance, we didn't pay for it then because we switched over to the new plan. So we got hit twice in August. That was part of it. And then a couple of other little things. Somebody paid for preschool for the full year, and then they withdrew 2 days in, so we had to pay all of that money back. Just things like that that are kind of out of the ordinary. But
All right, thank you for that. I'll entertain a motion related to the claims and payroll as presented for the period.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you so much. Is there anything else from the treasurer's position? All right, thank you so much. The next item with the consent approvals section will be the items related to human resources. Do we have anything for human resources?
we do not.
Good deal. There we go. Pass right through. The next and the final item within the consent and approval section will be anything related to travel requests, staff development, or field trips. Do you have anything to present in this section, Ms. Davis?
I don't have anything for approval, just informative. We have 3rd graders going to Spring Mill. They went to Spring Mill Monday. They are also scheduled for Ag Day. Our 8th grade Gold class went to the Lawrence County Courthouse on Tuesday, and that was parent transportation. Brooks Arnold actually took them all in his car. And our 6th grade girls are going to General Motors, and that's just a handful of kids also, so that's also going to be parent transportation. And
Fantastic.
staff development, we're working on a book, What Great Teachers Do Differently by Todd Whitaker, on our early dismissal days. Next week, we have an early dismissal day, and we're doing a suicide training. The IAs have done playground supervision training, and this week they're doing, or next week, they're doing Dibbles testing training, because right now we have one person doing that, and that's a lot of kids. So after next week, all of our instructional assistants will be trained to do that as well.
Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, no board motions required at all. Perfect. Thank you for that. All right. Move on now to the business and operations section of the agenda. The first item under this section will focus from an administrator's perspective, beginning with the enrollment status thus far in our school year. Would you be willing to cover the enrollment?
Mm-hmm. We have 245. You'll see 267 there, but that includes preschool, so we're doing great there. we're doing, that's the same as we started with, so we're doing pretty good. That's a good number, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. All right, anything to report from an administrator's perspective under the business and operations section?
I've added a couple of links there for information on grants. You see these through the treasurer's reports throughout the year, but I just added a couple links there in case you want to look into those further.
But nothing that needs,
Nothing needs approval there.
okay, perfect. Thank you. Well, good deal. Moving right along then, the next item within the business and operations section will be on school finance and the business operations for school finance. So there's, I'll just present the fact that there are a lot of different items to clarify and update with the bylaws of the school. And our current bylaws, there's an update. Any update to our bylaws requires an announcement. What we're going to call the first read of our bylaws. We're updating these bylaws to clarify a few points. I don't have it on me right here, but there are various items that we are changing. One item of interest is the fact that we're going from stating that we will have 7 to 9 board members. We're going to be editing to say that we are, to align with our charter, have 5 to 9 board members. So there won't be any necessity to add any more. We're also going to be editing, just clarifying some other of the ad hoc committee structure, and I'm trying to think of some of the other edits. But anyway, this
Update on the policy for remote participation.
That's right. That's a big one. Yes, our bylaws currently state that if you are remote, you cannot vote. Kind of rhymes. But that's not true anymore, right? So Indiana changed the law, so we are going to update the bylaws to allow anybody that is joining remote. Albert wasn't able to join last month, but had the bylaws been updated, he could have joined and voted as it stands right now. So this is just going to be for the first read. We're going to vote these into effect next meeting in October. So the next item within the business and operations will focus on curriculum and technology. Are there anything in this section to discuss this evening?
There are no updates there.
Okay. The next item within the business and operations section will focus on buildings and grounds. And here we do have quite a few things to touch on, some of which will need some approvals. The first one, there is an invoice from SR Mechanical in the amount of $6,671.50. I don't know the details of this one. Does anyone care to kind of talk a little bit about what we got? I think this is HVAC related.
I can read the items on the invoice, but
Okay,
I can't talk very well.
I just got it opened up here too.
Okay.
Looks like it's a combination of a few invoices.
It's a few, yeah.
Okay. So I will entertain a motion pertaining to the invoice.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right.
What is the motion?
What is the motion? Yes.
Are we approving the,
That's
make
what
a
I would
motion to approve
Yeah.
the invoice?
make a motion to approve. Okay.
Second.
Motion to approve the invoice for $6,671 for SR Mechanical. Any discussion on the item? Want to go through the invoice?
Yeah, other than to say that it is several, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a catch-up of a few things that we've had done this fall to kick off the school year.
I think it's worth noting to say thank you to the teachers and the staff that I think did suffer through some warm temperatures this past August. And so thank you ladies or thank you everybody, not just ladies, right? Thank you all staff and teachers for being patient. Thank you. Any more discussion on paying of this invoice? All right. All in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. The next one's on me, so the next item here that we want to talk about within buildings and grounds is the septic system. On Monday, we had to have SR Mechanical come out and take a look at our septic system. The dosing pit is acting up yet again. SR Mechanical did respond, thankfully. We did get it fixed. It was in alarm status. I think, yeah, was that
10 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, I think you let us know it was an alarm. So the system's working. It's alarming when it's not functioning properly, so there were no violations, there were no overflows, and there was no danger to the staff in any way. But SR did come and get the pit functioning back again. It's now causing some other issues, or it's now having some other issues, and so it's likely that we're going to probably have to call a septic expert, if you will, wastewater treatment expert, probably going to take place next week. We'll do an assessment. So anyway, that's just kind of there's no bill for this quite yet, but just making folks aware that saw some action out there on Monday. The third item refers to Corson replacing the alarm panel. I think that the incorrect part arrived, right? And so they didn't replace the alarm panel, I think. Is that correct?
They did, and then there was a fire alarm that needed replaced. We got the wrong one, so we're waiting on the right one.
Okay.
And then the whole process can be completed.
Completed?
Yeah.
So Corson has been here. They've been maintaining compliance of our fire and security, or fire systems. And so, yeah, no bills to be paid at this point, but yes, Corson has been here working. And the last item here within the buildings and grounds will be to discuss a new facilities committee charter. Do I have anybody that wants to briefly discuss the charter that's being proposed?
Sure, I can. We had a facilities committee charter in 2022. It's supposed to be renewed biannually, so we're a little behind on that. This charter is very similar to the charter we had in 2022. Calls out responsibilities, and so the effort here is just to renew that program and get a facilities committee back in place to help do some of the things that we called out in it are needs assessments to develop a clear understanding of organizations' current and future needs, sustainment requirements, improvement requirements, service and supply contract oversight for things like janitorial, landscaping, HVAC, whatever we might need. Request for proposal, scope development, proposal evaluation, asset management, compliance, recommendations. And then the other thing to note is this committee doesn't have any authority to bind the organization, just to recommend to the board, and then the board would take action based on those recommendations. So it was a good thing. When we started, we had a lot of facility needs at that time. So the hope is that we can re-energize this.
I think we probably will need to vote this in, so I would entertain a motion related to this charter.
I would move to approve the draft charter dated 9/18/2025.
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? The board will appoint a chair. Do we want to amend to say that we have the authority to appoint a chair? So I propose an amendment to the motion to give us the authority to, without a vote, appoint a chair. How about that? I'm just reading through it and thinking that I don't want to have to come back next month and appoint a chair. Where's that? So I'll just forcefully do it, all right? I'll amend the motion. A motion to amend the motion, right? To provide the authority to appoint a committee chair without a vote. As the board of trustees deems fit. How about that?
I'll second all that you said.
Discussion?
Yeah.
So it does say the board will appoint the committee chair in the current draft.
And you don't think that's a vote? I guess that's what I was worried
I
about.
didn't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't feel the need. I mean, obviously, I don't feel the need that we need to vote one in. That's why I wanted to kind of include it, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the charter,
Yeah, okay,
and you'll appoint the members.
right, okay. I just wanna make sure we were covered.
Yeah.
There was an appointment, so. Okay, so yeah, I think at that point, strike that.
Not yet, you gotta vote on it.
Oh, yeah, let's vote on it. Vote it down, guys. Discussion. All in favor of that motion? Say no.
Oh, no.
Say no.
No.
Make sure what motion we're on here.
Yeah. All opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
No. There you go. All right, so yeah, back to the original.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just any more discussion on said committee? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, if that's what we're saying.
Yeah. All opposed?
Yeah.
All righty. Motion does pass. Okay. Sorry about that.
Good exercise, that was.
Yeah.
More matter, I don't know that we even have to vote on it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And the chairman appoints the members, so there we go.
All right, the next item within the business and operations section will focus on transportation. Are there any items for discussion under transportation this evening?
I had one just for informative purposes. We had a field trip scheduled to USI, but I could not find transportation. And the reason is it interferes with regular bus routes because of the distance. So I tried several different things and I just kept coming to a dead end. The only thing I could find was a charter bus and it was over $2,000. So I said, let's just push this back, and then we're hoping that we can get Albert's bus inspected and on the road for a future trip to USI. So the guys have cleaned it out, and we're hoping we can get an inspector here and get it running and use that at that time. Usually we don't have a problem getting buses, but it's just because of the time of day, we couldn't get that done for the USI trip, so we canceled it.
Cleaned it out, so the books are all gone?
Brian and Joe cleaned it, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So it's ready.
So it's ready.
Okay.
They need a key. I think they need a key so they can, Albert said it was okay to move forward with talking to people about an inspection, and so
I think he's getting a key
he's getting
for
a
you.
key right now. We're in business. Very good.
I have the keys.
Good. Thank you, Albert.
Awesome. So, getting the
At
DOT to
$10
come
with
in
that key?
and inspect it, you want to take care of that, or is that something?
Yeah,
we need
I got a name and number from
I need to talk to her
superintendent
right
at
after this, too.
Eastern Green.
to- Okay. Let us know if you need anything,
Okay.
for sure.
Thank you.
And we just need somebody with a CDL to drive folks, right?
I know, and I'm working on that too. Not me
You're getting a
personally.
CDL?
Not me, but someone here might do that.
All right, so yeah, there's no motion for this, yeah,
No.
good thing, I screwed that up too. All right, is there any other items that we have not touched on pertaining to business and operations this evening? All right, wrap it up. Ms. Davies, do you have any other further items to report this evening?
The last thing I have is athletics. We have a pretty good cross-country team. They are doing well, they're improving, and I think we have 15, 17 kids. I don't know. We have several kids. So I'm pretty pleased with that. We also have a volleyball team. We're teamed up with LCIS, and our girls are going over there, so I don't hear as much about what's going on with them, but we do have 4 girls playing volleyball. And the cheerleading uniforms have been ordered. The purchase order is linked there, and the cost for those, the uniforms, already been raised, and so that purchase order is covered.
Fantastic. And Dr. Smith is not here this evening. I guess I'll open it up at this point for any other public comments.
I want to make a comment.
Absolutely, you're always welcome.
I know I don't know all of our volunteers. We have a ton of awesome volunteers, but I wanted to give a shout out to Carol Bush, who comes in twice a week to work with our functional life skills kids. Takes around cookies that she makes and coffee cart, and she brings in bags full of goodies, and they're randomly given away. And she does the dishes and cleans up in the teacher's lounge. So it's like every time she's been in there, she refills the chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean,
And she always brings joy.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
does.
that's,
Thank you. Thank you. Any comments from the board?
I was just gonna loop back. Did you need any approval on that purchase order, even though the funds have been raised? Do we need anything for that
don't
transaction, or are we under the threshold?
That we were under. We're under.
So we're good? Okay, thank you.
Some dates of interest, obviously the 22nd through the 26th is the book fair, College Go Week. We also have the 13th to the 17th of October being fall break. And the 23rd of October is the next school board meeting. That would have fallen during fall break. And so I'm going to be on like maybe a honeymoon cruise or something, so I couldn't have been here. So, all right. I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.